Yes then people, and welcome back. I've been bulking for around 20 weeks now, and obviously there are some negative side effects of bulking, but today we're going to go over what the negative side effects are and how you can flip them on their head so you can continue to bulk, which is going to be better for you in the long run. First of all, the biggest one is aesthetics. We get used to looking a certain way, and then when we start bulking we actually look worse for a period of time, and this can fuck with your head because you think, is it really worth it? I want to stay lean. However, if you actually want to look how you want to look in the long run, you are going to have to put on some fat, because it's pretty hard to put on muscle without fat, especially when you've been lifting for a few years. And even if you are putting on muscle and you're not gaining any fat, you probably aren't in a big enough surplus to actually be gaining as much muscle as you possibly can. And if you are going to be in a surplus, you might as well gain a little fat as well and gain as much muscle as you can, as opposed to gaining only a little bit of the muscle that you can. This is why, in my opinion, bulking is pretty much essential. I know it's trendy at the moment to main gain, but most of the people that you see main gaining online are later on in their lifting career, and even if they do main gain, they tend to come back on it later on. And if you're not in a surplus for an extended period of time, then your body really isn't going to have enough energy to adapt. Put it this way, if you have one day where you really binge and then you go and train the next day, how much energy do you have? You get PRs. And bulking isn't binging, it's just always having more muscle glycogen, always having more energy and calories in your body to then help you and allow you to build more muscle. Another good thing about bulking is that you're going to increase your lifts a lot more than you would if you're cutting, because when you're cutting and you're eating lower calories, you don't have as much energy again. And when you first start the gym and you get all those big PRs and you hit numbers that you've never hit before and your lifts go up really fast, it's really exciting and you get pretty buzzed off it. But if you always try and stay lean, then your numbers don't really go up. You need to actually force some calories in and just try to enjoy your training for a while, and try to enjoy food, because let's be honest, like, if you're hitting the good numbers in your gym and you're eating good food, even though you're not as lean, there's two positives, and just being lean is a one negative. So there are some positives from it. However, now let's get ready, because I'm going to get to the gym myself. Gym now, got a shoulder and arm session today. I'm going to do a little commentary of the workout, let you know why I've picked certain exercises and also why I have put them in specific orders, because the order that you do your exercises is going to have a pretty significant impact on which one of your muscles grows the best, for obvious reasons, but we'll get into that now. Let's walk through this workout. Obviously, to start with, I would like to say that I train 6 days a week, so this is why I have an easier day like this: side delts, traps and arms. And if you train 6 days a week, I would recommend throwing in an easier day like this, because if you're training your big body parts all the time, then it's very hard to stick to. But now we're going to the first exercise, which is cable lateral raises. And you will see that this is the only exercise I've left in the whole set, and that is because I wanted to show you that when I am training these, I am literally focusing on my side delts. That's why I put them first. And the intensity that I'm training at, I'm actually waiting between some reps towards the end, because I got 16 last week, so I'm aiming for 17 this week. And even if I have to take like a 10-second break between rep, or I think that one was like 2 or 3, and this last rep was absolutely squeezed out. So if you're focusing on a muscle, especially small ones like side delts, biceps, triceps, traps, you can absolutely hammer those, take a few seconds between, and absolutely make sure you can train to absolute failure on those. And here with the overhead press, I actually do a pause at the bottom, because I find that if you actually set up, reset, then your front delts actually take a lot more of the load. Whereas when I was just keeping it all the time, my triceps were actually taking over a little bit. So if you struggle to feel your front delts, then definitely give that one a try. Next up, we have biceps. So we go shoulder, shoulder, bicep. That is the order of priority in this workout. EZ bar curls, great movement. Definitely put them in. Honestly, I can't recommend these enough, because this will not allow you to cheat, and you will definitely make some real bicep gains if you're used to doing just standard curls. And then we have a tricep overhead press, targeting the long head of the tricep. Nothing really too special here. Obviously, the camera angle wasn't great, but I tried like 4 times and I couldn't get the right one. And then just some standard cable shrugs, because I am still trying to focus on my traps. If I wasn't focusing on my traps, then I probably wouldn't even train them, because you don't actually need to train them to maintain them. They get hit mostly and everything else. And then just some dead hangs to finish up here, because it's great for your shoulder health. If you haven't done dead hangs before, then they can reduce 99% of shoulder injuries. So I would definitely recommend chucking them in just at the end, 30 seconds, 10 seconds on each side, and that should do for you if you do it 3 times a week. Shoulders and arms boxed off. Let me know if you like the talking over a workout opposed to just music in the comments down below, and I'll probably do more in the future. Anyways, let's get home now. I've never talk about bulking. I'm going to share this recipe with you that I've just made. It's actually unreal. You should definitely give it a try. And for the meal, we have got some quesadillas. I made the recipe a few days ago, and I've got some leftover stuff now right in here. So I'm going to whack that in the microwave and get it ready. But I will share with you the reel that I put on Instagram so that you can see how I made it now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front.
Here we are then, boys. Here's the final product, and look at that, man. Incredible. That's like 560 calories. Honestly, I think it's one of the best meals I've made. And it's very filling, because you've got the Philadelphia, high protein, beef, veg. Honestly, it's a lot more filling than it looks. Even the little bit of some fat off the like cheese, I've really had to make it a more filling meal. So I would definitely recommend, even though I've said this already, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. And if you want a further like video of it, there's plenty of videos on my Instagram and TikTok. They're both Levi Chataway Fitness, and you'll find a load more recipes on there. I'm going to eat this now, and then we'll wrap up the video with a little chat about bulking and the mindset that you need to actually put on muscle in the long run. The real problem with bulking is that it seems counterintuitive, and it's hard to do at the start because you get used to being lean, and then you have to put fat on. And when you start the gym, you want to get in shape. And then once you've got in shape, once you've cut down, you're lean, you see that you haven't got enough muscle mass to actually look how you want to look. So you have to get fatter to then get leaner, which is very annoying because you're gonna have to it feels like you're taking a step backwards. But not bulking to try and look good is like cutting your leg off so you weigh less to try and run a race faster, because you're just setting yourself up to fail, because there's only so far you can get without a bulk. And I know people that don't bulk and they just look the same for years. And even me, the worst thing I ever did was when I was traveling, I tried to stay lean the whole time and I didn't bulk. And that was like from the age of 21 to 25. So I really missed out on some probably the best years of growing muscle, just because I wanted to stay somewhat lean while I was traveling. And even though I was drinking several times a week, I would have just been much better eating more food. And it is sort of like you get too addicted to looking that way, but you really feel like that it's your identity to look lean, whereas nobody really gives a fuck how lean you are, especially more often than not we're doing it for girls. Let's be real, nobody gives a fuck how men think you look. But you do find that men are the only ones that ever comment on your physique in the gym, oh, you're looking really lean, bro, or oh, you're looking really good, bro, you're looking a lot bigger. And you're just obviously you're not doing it just for girls, but it's a nice thing that comes along with it. And let's be real, if you've ever noticed, when you're in really sick shape, nobody, especially girls, don't give a fuck how lean you are. And if you are 8% or 16% body fat and you've still got abs, then that's really you're going to be in better shape than 99% of the people on the planet. So even though you think you don't look your best, still compared to everybody else, you do look a lot better than them. So don't stress. And if you do actually commit to a bulk seriously, 6 months long, when you cut down again, you will look a lot better. And you just got to get out your head. Someone had to come get over this bulk. Just get out your head. Just really focus on eating and training correctly, and you will look better for it on the long run. You just need to not focus on how you actually look in there and then, and remember that even though you think you look shit, everybody else thinks you look fucking good compared to like 99% of the world. Anyway, hope that all made sense. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. Let me know in the comments down below if you have been against bulking or if you are for main gaining, and hopefully we'll set up a little discussion in there. Anyways, see you in a bit. Peace.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see